You are here for a reason. Take a deep breath. Feel the truth of that statement settle into your bones. This is not a coincidence. The complex quantum algorithm that orchestrates your digital world did not randomly place this transmission on your screen. And the deeper intelligence within you, the part of you that is always connected to the source of all things, did not randomly guide your attention here. This is an appointment, a synchronicity of the highest order. You are seeing this, at this exact coordinate in space and time, because you have arrived at a threshold. Something profound within you is shifting. Something deep within the fabric of your reality is preparing to give way. You have felt it, haven't you? That strange sense of anticipation mixed with an almost unbearable tension, a feeling that you are on the precipice of something monumental, a breakthrough or a breakdown. The days may have started to feel surreal. Time might be bending in strange ways. You see repeating numbers, hear a meaningful song, or have a dream so vivid it feels more real than your waking life. This is not your imagination. These are the ripples in the quantum field, the tremors that signal a coming earthquake of positive change. You have been sending out a signal, a frequency of desire, of readiness, of deep longing for a new reality. And the universe, in its infinite intelligence, has received it. It has been processing your request. It has been orchestrating a symphony of synchronicities, aligning energy, and rearranging the very architecture of your life to match your new vibration. But before the final delivery, before your manifestation collapses from the realm of infinite potential into your singular physical experience, there is always one final test. This is that test. This video, this moment, is a crucial part of it. The test is not what you think. It is not a cruel joke from the cosmos to see if you are worthy. You are already worthy. Worthiness is your birthright. No, this test is a final, loving calibration. It is a fail-safe mechanism designed by the universe to ensure that you are truly ready to receive everything you have asked for. It is a test of consciousness, a test of frequency, a test of identity. It is designed to see if you can hold the vibration of your desire even when your current 3D reality, the lagging mirror of your past thoughts, shows you no evidence of its arrival. It's a test to see if you can trust the unseen more than you trust what your physical eyes are showing you. And because you are here, right now, listening to my voice, it means you are in the final, most critical phase of this test. The reason so many people stumble at the finish line, the reason they give up moments before their miracle, is because they misinterpret the signs of this final test as signs of failure. They see the silence from the universe as rejection. They see the delay as proof that it isn't working. They see the final challenge that arises as a closed door. But you will not make that mistake. Because today, you will be given the blueprint. You will understand the quantum mechanics of this sacred process. You will become the architect of your reality, not by forcing it, not by struggling against it, but by understanding the elegant, divine laws that govern it. Let us first speak of the most misunderstood and challenging part of the test, the quantum void. You may be in it right now. The void feels like silence. It feels like stillness. It feels like nothing is happening. After all your visualization, your meditation, your affirmations, you are met with nothing. The phone doesn't ring. The email doesn't arrive. The opportunity doesn't appear. This is the point where the rational mind panics. It screams, "It's not working. I've been fooling myself. This is all a fantasy." And in that moment of panic, in that reversion to the old frequency of doubt and lack, the entire manifestation process is aborted. The signal is changed, and the universe, which can only respond to your present moment frequency, says, "As you wish," and cancels the delivery. But what is truly happening in the void? It is not absence. It is preparation. It is the universe's sacred workshop. Imagine you are ordering a custom-built, magnificent piece of furniture. You send the architect the detailed blueprints, the exact specifications. The architect confirms the order, and then silence. Days go by, maybe weeks. You don't receive daily updates on every piece of wood being sanded or every nail being hammered. But the absence of communication does not mean the absence of creation. In the workshop, a masterpiece is being constructed. Wood is being shaped, joints are being set, finishes are being applied. The silence is a sign that the work is being done. The quantum void is exactly this. It is the cosmic workshop. When you send out a clear, coherent signal of your desired reality, the quantum field begins to reorganize itself. It is a field of infinite potential, a sea of waves of probability. Your focused attention and elevated emotion act as the observer, causing those waves to begin the process of collapsing into particles, into the physical matter of your new experience. This process is not instantaneous in the 3D world because it requires immense energetic reorganization. People, places, and opportunities that are not in alignment with your new reality are being lovingly moved out of your life. New connections, resources, and pathways are being constructed. The very atoms of your future are being arranged. The silence is not emptiness. It is the sound of concentration. The universe is concentrating on your behalf. The test, therefore, is one of trust. Can you sit in the silence of the workshop and feel the excitement of the coming delivery? Can you hold the frequency of gratitude for what is being built for you, even when you cannot see it? Can you rest in the knowing that no news is actually the best news, for it means the creation is undisturbed by your doubt? This is the first key. Learn to love the void. See it not as a place of lack, but as the sacred womb of creation. When you feel the silence, smile. Close your eyes and whisper, "Thank you. I know you are working on it." By doing this, you are not just passing the test, you are accelerating the process. You are telling the universe, "I am ready. My frequency is stable. I will not sabotage the delivery." The second part of this final test is what I call the mirror principle. Your physical reality, everything you see, hear, and touch, is a mirror. But it is not a live streaming mirror like the one in your bathroom. It is a mirror with a time delay. It is always reflecting back to you the frequency you were predominantly emitting in the past. It could be the past hour, the past day, the past year. This is a fundamental law. So when you decide to shift your reality, when you begin the work to elevate your frequency and embody a new state of being, you will, for a period of time, be living in a paradox. Internally, you are vibrating at the frequency of abundance, of love, of healing. But the 3D mirror is still reflecting the old data. You feel wealthy, but the bank account still shows the old number. You feel loved, but you are still sleeping alone. You feel healthy, but a physical symptom still lingers. This is the moment of the great schism. This is where your faith is forged into knowing. The test is this. Which reality will you give your power to? The one you are creating within, or the one the lagging mirror is reflecting? The average person believes the mirror. They see the old reflection and say, "See, it's not working. I'm still broke. I'm still alone. I'm still sick." And they immediately drop their frequency back down to match the reflection in the mirror. They become a victim of their own past, trapped in a feedback loop of creation and recreation of the same unwanted circumstances. But you are not the average person. You are a conscious architect. You understand the physics of it. You will look at the mirror. You will see the old reflection, and you will not flinch. You will acknowledge it without giving it your emotional energy. You will say to the reflection, I see you. You are the echo of an old signal. You are old news. You are the memory of a reality that no longer exists in my consciousness. And then, you will immediately, deliberately, bring your attention back to the reality you are building within. You will feel the feelings of your wish fulfilled. You will walk like the person who has it. You will talk like the person who is it. You are literally holding two realities in your awareness and consciously choosing which one is real. This is the work. This is the final test of faith. It's about starving the old reality of your attention and feeding the new reality with your belief. Every moment you choose the inner world over the outer reflection, you are casting a powerful vote. You are collapsing the wave function of your new reality with more and more certainty. The universe sees this. It registers this unwavering focus as your final command. And the mirror has no choice but to eventually catch up. It must. It is the law. The reflection must, in time, match the object being reflected. You are the object. The world is the reflection. Do not change yourself to match the reflection. Hold your state, and the reflection will change to match you. This leads us to the heart of the test, the most profound and transformative part of your journey. The test of identity. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you who you are. Read that again. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you a perfect reflection of your current state of being. You can want wealth with all your heart, but if your identity is someone who is always struggling with money, you will only manifest more struggle. You can desire love, but if your identity is someone who is always abandoned, you will only manifest more abandonment. The new reality you desire requires a new you to receive it. A multi-million-dollar reality cannot be delivered to the energetic address of a poverty consciousness. A deeply fulfilling sacred partnership cannot be delivered to the energetic address of someone who believes they are unworthy of love. The energies are incompatible. It would be a paradox. This is why, just before your breakthrough, the universe will often present you with a situation that directly challenges your old identity. If you have been working on manifesting wealth, you might suddenly receive an unexpected large bill. This is not a punishment. This is the test. The old you, the old identity, would panic. They would spiral into fear, stress, and lack. They would say, "I can't afford this. This always happens to me." This reaction reinforces the old identity and pushes the manifestation further away. The new you, the identity of the wealthy person you are becoming, would see the bill and react differently. They might feel a momentary concern, but their dominant state would be one of resourcefulness and trust. They would say, "Okay, how will I handle this? The money is always there for me. The universe is my source. This is just a problem to be solved." They hold the identity of someone for whom this is not a catastrophe, but an inconvenience. By reacting as the new identity, you prove to the universe that you have truly shifted. You're no longer just acting wealthy, you are the consciousness of wealth. If you are manifesting love, you might be ghosted by someone you were excited about. The old identity of "I am not enough" would be crushed. They would internalize the rejection and see it as proof of their unworthiness. The new identity of "I am the source of love" would see it as a simple case of energetic incompatibility. They would say, "I wish them well. Their departure is not a reflection of my worth, but a sign that they are not the one for me. Their leaving creates the space for my true partner to arrive." This is a monumental shift. It's moving from being at the effect of the world to being the cause of your world. The final test is an opportunity to rehearse your new identity. The universe is your sparring partner, lovingly throwing you challenges to see if you will revert to your old programming or stand firm in your new state of being. Every time you choose to react as your new self, You are rewiring your brain. You are reconditioning your body. You are sending a signal of such coherence and power to the quantum field that your breakthrough becomes an inevitability. So how do you pass these tests? How do you navigate this final, delicate phase? The answer is both simpler and more profound than you can imagine. It lies in two key principles: energetic surrender and the art of receiving. Let's first dismantle a great myth. Surrender is not giving up. Giving up is an act of dropping your desire out of frustration and doubt. It is an act of powerlessness. It lowers your frequency. Energetic surrender, on the other hand, is one of the most powerful and active things you can do. It is the conscious release of the how, the when, and the in what way your manifestation will arrive. You hold the vision of the end result with absolute clarity and faith, but you completely and totally surrender the logistical details to a higher intelligence. Why is this so crucial? Because your human mind, with its limited perspective, can only conceive of a few possible pathways for your desire to reach you. It thinks the money has to come from a promotion or the lottery. It thinks the love has to come from a dating app. These pathways are infinitesimally small compared to the infinite pathways available in the quantum field. When you obsess over the how, you are placing a chokehold on the universe. You are telling the field of infinite possibilities that it is only allowed to deliver your miracle through one or two narrow doorways that you can see. This is like trying to receive the entire ocean through a tiny straw. Energetic surrender is the act of removing the straw and simply opening yourself to the entire ocean. It is a statement of profound trust. It is saying to the universe, I know what I desire to feel and experience. I trust you, with your infinite intelligence and view of the entire tapestry of space-time, to orchestrate the most efficient, magical, and delightful pathway for it to reach me. I am open to being surprised. I am open to miracles. When you enter this state of surrender, your energy changes dramatically. The tense, constricted, controlling energy of wanting and needing is replaced by a relaxed, expansive, magnetic energy of knowing and allowing. This is the frequency of receiving, and this brings us to the second principle. The art of receiving is a shift in your energetic posture. Most people operate in a state of wanting. Wanting, by its very nature, originates from a place of lack. The vibrational subtext of I want is I do not have. It is an energy that pushes your desire away because you cannot simultaneously vibrate at the frequency of not having it and having it. The art of receiving is the conscious embodiment of the feeling of already having it. It is not about pretending. It is about understanding that in the quantum field, your desire already exists. There is a version of you, on a parallel timeline, who is already living that reality. Your work is not to create it from scratch, but to tune your frequency to match that existing reality so that you can perceive it, so that it can become your dominant experience. Think of it like a radio. All the radio stations, classical, rock, pop, are broadcasting simultaneously in the room right now. They are all here, in potential. You do not have to create the classical music station. You simply have to tune your radio's receiver to the correct frequency, for example, 98.7 FM. The moment you lock onto that frequency, the music becomes your reality. Your consciousness is the receiver. Your emotions are the tuning dial. To enter the state of receiving, you stop begging the universe for the music. You stop worrying about how the radio tower works. You simply tune your emotional dial to the frequency of your wish fulfilled. What would it feel like if your breakthrough had already happened? Feel it now. Would you feel relief, gratitude, freedom, joy, peace? Do not just think about these emotions. Embody them, generate them in your heart center. Let the feeling wash over you. This is not fantasy. This is energetic alignment. This is you tuning your receiver. When you can maintain this feeling state, this frequency of receiving, regardless of what the void or the mirror is showing you, you become a magnet. You are no longer chasing your desires. You are drawing them to you through the irresistible law of resonance. You become a vibrational match. And when you are a match, the delivery is not just possible, it is guaranteed. This is the final stage of the test. Can you be the radio that is perfectly tuned to the station, trusting that the music is already playing, even in the silence just before it comes through the speakers? As you stabilize in this new state of being, you will begin to notice the signs of an impending collapse cascade. This is when the wave function of your new reality has gathered so much focused energy that it begins to rapidly collapse into your physical world. It is a beautiful and exciting phase. The synchronicities will accelerate. You won't just see 1111. You will think of an old friend, and they will text you a minute later. You will have a question, and the answer will appear on a billboard or in a conversation you overhear. This is the universe showing you that your consciousness is now deeply entangled with the flow of universal intelligence. Your thoughts and the behavior of reality are no longer separate. You will experience a sense of profound peace and detachment. The desperate needing of your desire will vanish, replaced by a calm, joyful knowing that it is on its way. This detachment is often the final key that unlocks the door. It signals to the universe that your happiness is no longer conditional upon the arrival of the manifestation, which paradoxically makes you a perfect vibrational match to receive it. You will feel a shift in your own energy. You may feel lighter, more energized. People will comment that you seem different, that you're glowing. This is because you are literally holding a higher, more coherent frequency in your cells. You are becoming a beacon for your new reality. Old habits and interests that were part of your old identity will simply fall away without a struggle. You will lose the desire for certain foods, for certain forms of entertainment, for certain relationships. This is a natural clearing process, making space for the new. When these signs appear, the test is nearly complete. Your only job is to remain in this state. Do not get overly excited and jolt yourself out of the receiving frequency. Simply observe these miracles with a sense of gentle gratitude. Acknowledge them as waypoints on your journey, confirmations that you have successfully navigated the test. You're in the final approach. The plane is about to land. All you have to do is stay in your seat and enjoy the view. The final moment, the breakthrough itself, often happens in a way you could never have predicted. It will be more elegant, more magical, and more perfectly suited to you than anything your limited mind could have conceived. It will feel like a surprise and an inevitability all at once. And when it arrives, your only job is to receive it with an open heart. But remember, the breakthrough is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the physical validation of the identity shift you have already accomplished. The true prize was never the money, the relationship, or the healing. The true prize was the person you had to become to allow those things into your life. The true prize was your mastery over your own consciousness. You have passed the final test. You have navigated the void. You have mastered the mirror. You have embodied the new identity. You have learned the art of surrender and receiving. You are no longer a passive observer of a reality that happens to you. You are the conscious architect of a reality that flows from you. This is your power. This was always your power. You just had to remember. This transmission, this moment we have shared, was a catalyst, an activation code, a final piece of the puzzle you needed to grant yourself permission to complete the shift. The energy and the information are now integrated within you. Your cells are vibrating with this new understanding. Your consciousness is calibrated to this new truth. Now you must embody it. Walk out into your world today, not as the person who is waiting for a breakthrough, but as the person who is the breakthrough. For the final secret is this: the test was never about receiving something you didn't have. It was about realizing you had the power to create it all along. You are the portal. You are the source. You are the creator. Welcome home. Become the architect of your reality.